Hello again, everybody who has been listening to Imaginate, a podcast that is made for creatives, entrepreneurs, and people who actually really want to see change in the world and want to have true conversations and open up and share how they feel and so many things. Thank you so much for being with us from the first episode to the next. Honestly, when I say it, I mean it, because this takes time. Takes time to listen to absorb and think about. So thank you so much for following us. Now, I would tell you every time I start the podcast, I'm like, today I have a special person and I have a special guest. But honestly, this is a very, very interesting conversation that I'm very, very excited to have, and with Chipukeezy. Chipukeezy.
All the way from Mlolongo.
Where is Mlolongo now?
Mlolongo is a small town in Kenya, in Machakos County.
Yeah, Machakos.
Yeah.
I've never been to that side. I've been to Kisumu though.
Yeah, Kisumu, there's a lot of fish.
How is it located?
Machakos is it borders the city. Kisumu, you have to fly
like
out.
Kiambu.
No, Kiambu is another region. Machakos is Machakos. Initially, that's where the white people wanted to make Machakos the capital city
of Kenya.
Of Kenya, yeah.
Wow.
That would be your Nairobi now.
Where is your flight going? You would say Machakos.
Yeah,
that's what we'll be saying right now.
Not
Nairobi.
Nairobi.
How was that, bro? Is it as beautiful as Kisumu? Have you been to Kisumu?
Yeah, many times.
Kisumu is beautiful.
Kisumu is beautiful. Kisumu has good people, good brains too. Obama comes from there.
I hear. Hey, people there are so proud. Every taxi guy who drives in Kisumu, they're like, Obama's parents are from Bondo. Is it Bondo?
Yeah.
No,
even Raila's home. Kisumu bwana, those are in Kisumu they say do not throw stones. You might hit a graduate.
Because they're everywhere.
They're everywhere.
That's funny. I like how they have kept the culture. It's really, people there are very proud people.
They are some of the best, when it comes to great minds, African great minds. Most of Kisumu guys are very well, they know their stuff. For real. And this is not a now thing. It's if even during the struggle, Tom Mboya was well known globally. People like Martin Luther. Is it Martin Luther? Yeah. One of the guys, those famous guys from America.
Yeah.
They used to they used to recognize his efforts. I believe they are great minds, great talents.
It's really
people
beautiful, man. Even the landscape is nice.
Yeah, but I
loved it,
they
man.
I really
liked
women.
it. I really liked it. I liked how developed it is. I was surprised to see
Kisumu.
Yeah, Anyways, bro, we just jumped into something else.
You're such a weird person. Who does that? How do you bring me on your podcast and you don't even say welcome? Hi guys. I'm here with this. Hi guys. I'm here with this guy. He's from this village.
Bro, I'm guilty. I just feel like your stories are very interesting, and I like how you tell your stories.
So my problem is
you're like those how do you call it, the griot?
Okay, fine. Introduce me first. Okay, let's do this thing.
Guys, thank you so much for joining us. Thank you so much for being here with us. I'm with Chipukeezy. Chipukeezy from Kenya, a comedian, the best in the business, the best in the art. I am very happy to have him in Kigali.
Yes.
And can't wait for you to know Chipukeezy and hear Chipukeezy.
Wow. It's so sad that you don't have anything else nice to say about me. We can hear you struggle.
I'm struggling.
But
I want you to say it.
But it's okay. It's allowed. I'm so happy to be here. Have been in Kigali. This is my 5th day now. The plan was to stay for 2 days. By the look of things, I might die here, bro. I might not be living.
What changed?
I was telling my Babu, a friend of mine, you guys in Kigali, you know things that we don't know, and you're not sharing. There are some secrets about your place that you're not sharing with us. Just how basic things, how you're living, the way Kigali is calm, good weather. Like now we are doing this podcast and it's raining outside. Good people, beautiful people. You see organization. Your guys, there is no chaos. You get, and so you're like, wow. It feels like I'd come to work, but all of a sudden I'm feeling like I'm on a holiday. And I'm like, positive vibes. You can feel the vibes.
Yeah. I love it. I really like it. I like when I travel for some time and I come back here and I get to see the difference. I appreciate my country more and more.
You guys are going to be ahead of, if people don't catch up, you're going to be ahead of everyone in Africa in the next 5 or 10 years.
In what?
Like even in development. You know, sometimes development is not roads and things. It's the people. Like if the people are moving in the same direction, it's easy. Like it's easy to be secure.
Yeah.
It's easy to handle everything, every insecurity that you might think of. And I think that is, because now I'm saying that because I've heard you say every time you travel and you come back and you get the difference. You see now you're talking, you're saying you're being, unaongea vibaya.
Yeah.
You basically you're saying, oh, when I go to Kenya and I come back, I'm like, thank God I'm back home.
Yeah. I'm not going to lie. Because let me tell you, maybe there's a sense of you're used to a lifestyle, but there are things that I see in other countries and I'm like, thank God we don't have this in our country. Because you can see how it's slowing down everything.
But I think also you guys have a responsibility to protect it.
I want to hear more about that. Actually, that's one of the many reasons I wanted to have this conversation with you. Because I feel like I appreciate your point of view, because I think you're very introspective and you think a lot on things. And I would love to hear your point of view of how we should know where we are and what we have.
I mean, first of all, you pick it from this is the common thing that what the president says. Your president says that, these are African things. Our African problems have to be solved by African people.
Yeah.
Beautiful line.
Yeah.
And then you realize that to me, that's the attraction.
Yeah.
So you see, visit Rwanda.
Yeah.
Like, hey, why is everyone visiting Rwanda? You get? Yeah. Are people really going to see stadiums and culture and whatever?
Yeah.
If you think about, personally, if I think about it, I'm like, wow, people are actually going to see how these people live.
Yeah.
You get?
Yeah. That's really deep.
So then it means that's the thing to invade if any invasion was to happen.
You're so good at it. You know how to blend. I have really appreciated how you carried yourself in this. Like I've only gotten a few chances to see you move, and I like how you're very open.
Yeah, and
you're very open, bro. Like really open.
Comedy has exposed me to the school of life. So I'm not scared anymore. I used to be, maybe.
Yeah.
And by scared is, listen, I know who I am, where I'm from, and I know where I want to be and what I want to become. And so if I'm an African and I'm in Africa, then it has to be real for me. You get? I don't wanna. I listen to what the direction that we are saying. Oh, everybody is busy making, going to forums, seminars to discuss about how Africa needs to be borderless. And yet people maybe are scared to go to Nigeria or come to Kigali or come here with an attitude. Yeah. You get?
Yeah.
I'm like, no, bro. Go to Rome and do what the Romans do.
Yeah.
Try that out. If you really want to change your place, if they're saying they have changed theirs, then I'd rather, the best way to learn is to be.
That's one thing that connected me with you, because I feel like that as well. Every time I go in a different country, like you can't tell me that you're visiting a country and not really like seeing the locals. You have to go there, see what they eat, like hang out, how do they spend time, what are their interests, what kind of music they listen to. Like that, I feel like that immersion is what travel is, in my opinion.
And if I can add value to that point, you see me as an artist. Personally, I am doing a personal campaign as an artist, because I realized, most of the things we know about fame, art, comedy, music in Africa, we've learned from the West.
Yes.
And so sometimes even the behavior, and sometimes you see we cannot copy everything that the West people do.
Yeah.
So like, for example, the West celebrities, the DDs, these people, they have a way of showing mighty with what they have. I mean, they will show you their mansions, they show you their chains, the money, the dollars and all that. That kind of life, the cars, whatever. And that's what they do when they go to different cities. If Rick Ross is going to Miami, is going to Canada, that's the hype.
It's flexing.
Yeah, that's flexing.
Yeah.
So when that culture started getting into Africa and East Africa, we started, personally, I was younger, and we started seeing it with African artists.
Yeah.
As a growing African artist who believes in himself, I don't want to be that guy. I don't want to be the guy showing, being
stuff,
coming to Rwanda like a celebrity.
Yeah.
You get?
Yeah.
I don't want to. I mean, listen, bro.
You don't like the protocol? Like, you don't like that you show up at the airports in your shades, they give you flowers, and then
that's beautiful. We can do all that. We let's do that, but also, I mean, it's showbiz.
Yeah. And I think you understand that as well.
Yeah, it's showbiz. Let's do that. But also, let us be in Rwanda. If I want people to buy from me, I cannot hide from them.
Yeah.
You get?
Yeah. That's very important, man, because at the end of the day, there's a choice you made of what I do, I'm going to give it to the people. Like, I'm going to share it.
And I mean, also, listen, bro. Again, back to what our president says, African problems being solved by us. There is no need of Michael Blackson coming to build schools in Rwanda or in Uganda or Halle Berry or Oprah Winfrey. So then we are challenged as East African artists. And the reason is we are exposed by the people so that we can speak maybe for them or whatever.
Yeah.
Like we have a better access than a regular person.
Yes.
So we cannot be famous in Africa. We can be popular and known because we have a nice... You see, when you have a good poem in the village, people will praise you for it.
Yeah,
they say, last night we had your poem, it was good.
Yeah.
You get? That does not mean that you'll not go to the shamba the next day to dig just because you had a nice poem. You get my point?
Yeah, you have to do life.
You have to go and do life.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm encouraging. That we be, even to the younger generations.
Ooh.
That, bro, listen, we can be these things, yes, but also we are African lions. We can manage it with our people.
Is that what made you to build a school?
Yes. Yes and yes. So the school is an example to... Here is how I feel, bro.
Tell me how you feel, bro.
This thing of people wanting to... Sometimes people behave like... It's like we even sometimes behave like governments should come and solve our local village problems.
Yeah.
Governments will never do that.
Expectation is there.
You get? Like, it doesn't matter. Even if your brother becomes the president, little will happen in your neighborhood with him and your grandmother.
Yeah.
But yourself as a person, you can do a lot. You can do more.
Yeah.
So... I am for that campaign. I want to tell people of my generations that when we go out there to hunt and by good luck we get what we were hunting for, let us go back to our villages and try and invest there.
Yeah.
By investing, it means look at a problem and try to solve it in your own way.
Yes.
Contribute, my guy.
Yeah.
Say, fine, this is a road. Me, I'm a rich guy. I will help the local government build it.
Yes.
Like for myself now, for the school, I said, okay, fine. Me, I'm a famous guy. And I might not even actually have lots of money, but I have access to, I can mobilize. So I'm going to build a school. Not in the city. I have that capability in the village. So that my village mates, they would see, the young ones, the ones who are in school, primary, high school, they would see and say, one day I want to become a pilot. if I become a pilot, I'll come back home and build an aviation center just like Chipu did. So I want to inspire them by showing them. It is not easy, my guy, to even maintain and run the school. I built it.
Can't even imagine. Honestly, I really can't imagine how you do it.
It's crazy, bro. It's like right now we have 150 students.
Wow.
So they are picked every morning. We have 2 school buses. They are picked in the morning. And you see now the roads now they're not so good. So they wake up every day between 5 and 8. I'm always on call because now the driver is picking them. I mean, anything happens. Oh, we have no fuel. You know, operations. But once you get good teachers and you equip the school with books, and you encourage, you know, teamwork and whatever, and
you know how some schools had a spirit, like they would just say like they say this school is for like bright kids and they have names for it and they have a certain vibe. What's the vibe of your school?
The vibe of my school is it's a Chipukeezy vibe, I would say.
I want to know how that looks like.
So like I think I would say my school is like Rwanda.
Oh.
It's like Kigali.
Uh-huh.
You see, in Kigali, it's only in Kigali where you can meet with Jackie Chan, you can meet with Steve Harvey. You get just like that. So the vibe of my school, the inspiration comes from art, entertainment, celebrities.
Yeah.
And so kids want to come there to be more, to know more. So even from the word go, kids, because you see now, I am from that village. So these kids know me.
Yeah.
You get, like, they know my mother, they know home, they know me. You get. And then their parents know me.
Yeah.
So their parents tell them their stories about me. They're like, yeah, this one was a useless person. You get.
That's so crazy, bro.
The teachers are my age mates.
Yeah.
Some of them we went to school together.
Yeah.
So that's the energy. It's and then also I'm a comedian. So most like it's, so guys are like, hey, there's a vision here, there is happiness, the kids now. So and then you see now I'm always taking everyone there. I've taken Eric Omondi, I've taken some of leaders, I take politicians, I take CEOs, I take, even you when you come, I'll take you. When I went to, I'll tell you that story. And the reason why I take people, it's because that's it. Mimi, I know that teachers, do your job.
Yeah.
Give these kids education.
Yeah.
Me, for myself, I want to expose them. I want to show them. Because the school is being built by Yuma. Funny Money is the one that is doing that job. Me now, I want to expose these kids to that world.
Yeah, the old world.
Yeah, I want to expose them from this village, just like me. Because you see now, I'm in Kigali, bro.
Yeah.
I want to tell them about this.
Yes.
You get?
Yes.
Some of them, because I know I'm the only one from the village who has managed even to be in. I can tell you, bro. I can tell you, my guy.
I want to visit your village, bro.
I know that.
I want to visit your village.
You will see. It's called Kwamutula. I am among few people from that village who knows Kigali. You get? And it might take a while since, you know, someone else discovers Kigali like we have. So it's my job to take the information, Kigali information, to these my people.
They are blessed to have you, bro.
You know?
It's really nice. And I like that someone would hear this conversation and they would say, it's easy for you, you have been this and that, but every day has its own struggles. And for me, I acknowledge people who make a decision to say, yo, I'm willing to fight these battles, you know, like I really care about things. So I'm glad that you're here. For those who wanted to have an introduction, that's Chipukeezy. So please, I hope you managed to follow this conversation, but it's going to be like this, you know, like we will flow from everything to everything, and I enjoy it, and I hope you enjoy it. So now, Chipukeezy, I have some few questions here. Can you tell us about your childhood and what kind of kid you were in that village?
In that village, my childhood was very interesting. It was a comedy show. I come from a polygamous family. My mzee had 7 wives. So yeah, it was bad. And now our mzee, because you see there is the bigger mzee, then grandpa. So grandpa had a normal family. So it was a, what do you call them? It was a, do you call them extended family? No.
It's extended because you have your cousins, you have
it's extended family. I grew up like that.
In one village, housing close to each other?
Housing close to each other. Same, because now you see my other mzee had 7 wives. So we were all like a whole village.
It's your family.
It actually exists. I'll show you when you come home.
Bro, you're making me even more curious.
I'll bring you home, you'll see. Yeah. I tell people I have more than 300 cousins.
What?
To be honest.
You sound Rwandan.
I'm loving Rwanda. I'm learning Rwandan culture. You get? So, so now, we grew up, we were so many. But then I think my grandmother was half white, I think. I'm not African.
What? Do you know?
Oh yeah,
do you know where she was from?
Yeah, I think she was Portugal. She was half whatever Portuguese. Her people are from. Those people who are discovering Kenya, they also discovered my grandmother's people.
Wow, that village is special.
I am telling you. So my grandmother is the one that brought me up, like from when we were young.
Yeah,
we were in the same compound, and food will be cooked and it will be served like all lunchtime, breakfast, dinner, and everybody had their own responsibility. Like from when we were little, duties were the same. You wake up, you sweep the compound. You collect firewood, you prepare tea, you take cows, you take them to feed them, repeat. If there is school, you go to school. But now the schools also had, because schools then, they were developing. So you find that some of them, they didn't have water maybe. So you wake up, you take water to school. And even firewood and
firewood too at school.
Yeah, so that you can cook instead of buying.
Yeah, okay.
Or instead of.
Yeah, I've taken water to school, but not firewood. So that's why I'm like, that's a switch.
So my childhood was, I was really under military camp. That was now you have like 10 uncles who are like your father. You get, who are all your father. You have 16 aunties who are all military trained to check your behavior. You have everybody in your family now, because our great-grandfather had that polygamous lifestyle. As we were being pushed to do better, you get, go, you must study, you must be different, think, so I grew up really just, I was like David. Is it David? Yes. Just a boy. That routine is what I picked. I became an employee of the family at some point. Wake up, take cows to the farm. When the cows are not taken to the farm, you're going to the shamba to plow for maize and whatever. Repeat. Most of the time, sometimes the place me and my parents were staying, there was no water. So water now, you had to go to some further distance to get water for cooking and even taking shower. So
it's an active childhood, like you're moving a lot, bro.
There was no electricity, bro. The place where now, because now we moved. At some point, my parents now, my grandparents died.
Yeah.
So then all of a sudden now reality started checking.
Yeah.
Like I am those kids. Let me tell you who I am, bro. You see those people. You see African burials.
Yeah.
African burials nowadays. People go there with swag.
Yeah.
People are speaking some American English, and people make a lot of promises. Oh, we are going to take care of you guys. Don't worry, we will be here. I'm that person. My grandparents came. They left. People came to the burial. They said they are going to take care of us. They disappeared.
Oh wow.
So my father moved to some other place. So like if you don't go to the shop, say during the day, you cannot go there at night.
Yeah.
It's like an hour.
Yeah, it's like
You
you have
know?
a curfew. You have a natural.
Then now school is day school. You're waking up. You're going to it's daily. You finish class 8. So ideally, I grew up in a lot of darkness, bro. I didn't know beyond that village.
Was it dark or you just limited?
I feel like now when I look back, I'm like, it was a bit dark, we were limited, but I see it as darkness. We were limited. There is no electricity. There is no access to information. There is no inspiration in terms of nobody is telling you that you can be more. You don't see stuff. There is no example of what life could be. It's just many people with degrees and no jobs. You get you're like, this is the same thing I'm getting into. I'm about to. You get married. You have kids. You
can see your life.
I can see it.
You can see it over there.
You're even being told that you will inherit a piece of land there, so you have to behave. You have. The reason why I don't like me, that's the reason why I left. If I'm being honest, if the reason why I left the village and went to the city to become a comedian, because I'm like, you can stay with your things. Me, I don't want this thing of being nice because your grandfather and father had a plan. I don't want.
But how did you break out of that place, man? How did you break out of that?
And I really want people to know that it's possible to break, because that's first step to believe in yourself. Like that's one thing that I've learned. You have to believe in your thoughts. You have to believe in whatever it is that is in your heart. Whether you are perfect or not, just believe in whatever it is.
Bro.
Don't agree with you don't have to agree with, you don't have to be disrespectful to anyone, but believe in whatever you believe in. Like whatever it is that is in your heart that tells you that you're different. Trust me, you are different. And it doesn't matter what anybody thinks about it doesn't matter. Like, believe in who you are and don't care about what your mother will think about you, your friends, your village, your pastor, your everyone. Try to, if you want to make change, you are the only one who can fuel that. Because if I tell you my story, I had made a decision. First of all, I'm the only unserious person in my family. Everyone in my family is a serious person. Let me give you a little history about my family. And I think that also plays, it's something that I like telling people. It played a part on shaping, like, I didn't know when I was younger, but now I can relate. So my grandmother was among the first African nurses in Kenya. She was. There's a picture of her in a class with. She's the only black person. She is in a class with white nurses. So my grandmother's brother was among the first ministers in Kenyatta's government. So when I was younger, because my grandmother, when she retired, she became a teacher. And when she retired is when us, our first generation cousins were younger. So that's when we were her, that's what she liked.
First school.
Yeah, and we were the entertainment for our guests. These are my grandsons. Where come? So my grandmother pushed everyone in our family to school, become a lawyer, become a teacher, become those things. And the example was set. My dad's uncle were those serious people in those governments then. So really you had to do right. But personally, I became I don't know how to say it nicely, really the indisciplined person. I was going
rebellious.
A bit rebellious. Didn't want to go to school. I didn't want to go to school.
That's a very hard decision to make in a family like that.
I really
you look like a failure.
And I didn't. So anyway, I decided to finish school, and when I finished school is when I left home, because the condition was given that you cannot leave home until you finish school.
Which school was that? Like a
high school.
High school. Finish high school. Okay.
So I finished high school and I go to the city. But I had my mindset was set that I was going to hustle. I was looking for a job. I was not looking to further my studies or to do anything else.
Yeah, you knew that school is not your thing.
Yeah, and I get to the city and I looked for a job. I became an MC for roadshow. I got onto top of a lorry. And I'm like, right kabisa, tunauza soda ya Coca-Cola, tunasema soda ya Coca-Cola shilingi 15 unapewa ikiwa baridi soda ya Coca-Cola. I did that while I was doing that, people started telling me that I was funny. Because now every time I would go...
Already that example is good, bro. Like, even the example you just gave me, like, that's good.
You know, so...
So you said you did that for how long?
I did that for like 2 years. Then the third year I went to college. My mom insisted that I had to go to school. I had to do journalism. I did the first semester.
Journalism was like at least to do journalism. If you want to finish. Because
she asked me what I wanted to do.
Oh.
Initially, she wanted me to be a teacher. Even my dad wanted me to be a teacher.
Yeah.
I get it now. I get it why.
Yeah.
Now I get it.
I can see it too.
Yeah, I'm like, I get it. But I was like, you could have said it better, bro.
Wow, there's
they
no
were
other way.
pushing education on me so much. I'm like, but now I tell them, but I've built a school, guys.
Okay. That's amazing.
Yeah,
okay. You have a school.
Yeah, let's employ teachers.
I'm not going to be a teacher, but I'm going to employ
now
them.
that I understand what my parents and grandparents did with education also.
Yeah.
The school is part of that legacy.
Yeah.
It's a way of me continuing their legacy.
Bro, that's really inspiring, man.
You know.
That's nice.
But I go when I was doing the roadshow thing. I was telling you that thing of believing in yourself.
Yeah.
I was trying to go back home with something.
Yeah.
I wanted to go back home and have a different conversation with my mother.
Yeah.
And tell her this thing of you guys taking people to school and not having other plans.
Yeah.
It's not helping anybody.
Yeah.
So round one, I go back home. I don't have much, but I've made some few links, contacts. Mom says you have to go and do journalism. She asked me, what do you want to do? I said, Mom, I can become a journalist. I can read news. I can report this thing. So she gave me money. I went, when I went back with the money, I used part of the money now to even go for Churchill show auditions. Because now people had told me that you have it in you. Look for that platform. So I looked for Churchill's platform, did auditions. And now the thing is, when I went for Churchill, because I saw the whole thing. I saw a hair production, you come out, you have a mic, you crack jokes, people laugh, people clap. I saw the whole thing. I loved it. Then you're seen on TV, everybody, I loved it. Then I could tell this thing that this person is doing, this is my daily, this is how I am. Like I have these stories. You get? Like I'm like this, because now Churchill is even from my village.
That's amazing, man.
I could relate. I'm like this. These are the things I tell my friends, and my friends laugh.
Laugh, yeah, bro. Even now, man, like, guys, if you hear me laughing, bro, like, honestly, he makes me laugh, man. Like, he's a comedian. Please, excuse me laughing the whole time, but I love his comedy.
So, bro, yeah. So, like, I'm like, so these people, the day I decided to go for the auditions, my mother calls me. My mother says she wanted me now to go to the military. She has a new plan now. She said, listen, I've talked to a military general friend of mine, and he has told me that if we make proper organizations for you, we can be able to take you. His son is going. You can go with his son. If you can run, you'll be picked. And I think my mother...
In the military?
Yeah, in the Kenyan Defense Force.
Okay.
So I was like, what?
What?
Mom said, I'll be paid, so I don't know how much money. So I had a decision to make. Do I go? Because now I'd gotten an opportunity to go for a proper audition on Churchill show. So do I go for the Churchill show? Or do I go in the village and do that thing my mother wanted me to do? Me, I had faith, bro. I said, this comedy thing, if the success story of Churchill, the one that I've been told, is anything, then if I succeed with this thing, I can change a lot of things in my village. Yeah. So I stick to it. I went for the auditions, but I failed. And I kept on auditioning for like 2 years, bro.
What?
Yeah.
How many did they happen? How many Churchill show editions did you do?
First of all, there was a time I did, before I came on air, I did like 40 episodes without coming on air.
Wow.
And the day we came on air, the show took a break for like 2 other years.
Oh, wow.
So now, but now when the show came back, hey, I was prepared.
Yeah.
Because you see, all this time I was a teenager, I was learning, I had stories, I had content, my guy. Churchill says that, Churchill show season 3 is coming. Bro, by the time I did the 10th episode, I was called by Kiss FM by Caroline Mutoko to host a breakfast show with her.
Wow.
I called my mother immediately, like, Mom, the job I was studying in school, they've hired me.
Wow. Now I'm going to be on radio.
Yeah, there is no even need of me completing that course. I mean, listen tomorrow.
Yeah. Tune in. I'm a journalist already.
Yeah, like I'm telling you, I had things to say when the show came back.
Wow.
And I had that time, that period that took me to, prepare, to rehearse, to audition, to try and get into. Really, at some point it was heavy and it was hard to be that guy. And giving up was always an option. Like you were like, this thing will never work, man.
Hey, my foot 40.
But the day worked, bro, and that's why when I look, I'm like, I cannot, because I see how it worked out for me.
Yeah.
I am pro purpose over popularity. I don't wanna misuse it. Yeah. I don't wanna be a nice guy. Like I don't wanna be liked like that. You get?
Yeah.
However, I wanna set a good example.
Yeah.
You get? I mean, I don't wanna pretend like, I am some savior, some guy that. But I'm like, listen. I'm from the gutter, whatever that is.
Yeah.
And I've realized that there is a thing about us believing in ourselves.
Yeah.
And people like us who make it have a responsibility of setting a good example.
Yeah.
Not for ourselves or not for people to clap for us, bro.
Yeah.
So that somebody else like me, bro, can really maybe follow the same path and boom.
Yeah.
Change his own life and his own people. Look at me, bro. I tell people, my guy, maybe I can say here on your show.
Yeah.
There was one time that I didn't have much.
Yeah.
But now when I got something, I do not do. I try to do good, but I don't do good so that you can don't like me for that. You get, learn for it. Go and do some good somewhere. I mean, listen, I had not plans of becoming a famous guy. So for me, it's not a big deal, but it's a tool for me that I can use to do good.
Yeah.
I can also use it to prostitute around. You get? You get? I can do it to sell fear.
Yeah.
I can do it to look like an important person. I can do it to this. I mean, sometimes the things I see, and I'm saying things respectfully, sometimes the way I see, let me not say it like that. Yeah, like, listen, bro, I understand that I was colonized.
Yeah.
By a white person.
Yeah.
And I understand that the white persons exist till today.
Yeah.
So then, I have a lot of healing to do, bro, before I brag.
Yeah.
Like, I have a lot to deal with I have a lot to change. I have a lot to educate.
Mindset to change.
Even my comedy, bro. I challenge myself, bro. I wanna have maybe an international voice. But I want it to be a voice of reason. I want, because there's a lot of education to do.
Yeah.
Like, listen, bro, I might not be Dave Chappelle.
Yeah.
I might not be Kevin Hart. I might not be Salvador. But I feel like as an African comic, because you cannot take that away from me. Yeah. I am a Mlolongo comedian.
Already. You have decided, it.
Whether you want to take that away or not, I am a Mlolongo comedian.
Yeah.
And Mlolongo is in Africa, right? So as an African comedian, my guy, I believe that, I must have a voice of reason to educate my people about my place, because I know something about people who came here before. And Museveni says it better. You know what Museveni says? And I like Mzee. Museveni says that, there are some, he talks about how our great-grandparents were captured.
Yeah.
He says those kings, they were captured here dancing, feeling important. They were captured like grasshoppers. I don't want to be that. I don't want to be a village king, a Kenyan king, or I don't want to talk to. Listen, bro. I don't want to push vanity upon my people.
Oh man.
Because we have a lot of work to do.
Oh man.
My guy.
Oh man.
I tell people.
How long did it take you for you to know your place and know that, hey, this is me. This is my value. This is what I stand for.
That's a very good. So I became popular when I was young.
Yeah.
I was in my 20s. I was young, bro. A little boy from the village. Now I have money. Now I'm doing all these big things.
Yeah.
So there was one time I went to America.
Yeah.
It was me, Eric Omondi, and few other comedians. We were doing an American tour for Kenyans. While I was there, I realized that Kevin Hart was doing a book signing in somewhere in LA. So I decided to go and meet him. And so it's a whole thing. So I went to meet Kevin Hart and wherever. A year later, I got a backlash from that experience. And I was in America. I was on a tour. I think it was the first time I experienced that thing of canceling. And you know, the American people, even the African Americans, not even they are people who are in America. The African community in America, they are very vicious also themselves. Like when they cancel you. So that time, most of them were. That's the vibe. They were like that Kevin Hart thing. I mean, I was being called out. You know,
but why?
So the thing was how it was a whole thing. It was a whole thing. But I'll give you bits and bits of the stories.
Yeah.
So it's a book signing, right?
Yeah.
So Kevin Hart is a celebrity.
Yes.
Say he's in Kigali.
Yeah.
So if he's in Kigali, then it means that anybody can access him.
Yes.
So if you buy a book, you can take a picture with him. It's a book signing.
Yeah.
So it's no big deal.
Yeah.
Really. So I made it a big deal.
Yeah.
You get?
Yeah.
You get my point?
Yeah.
And then that's the first lesson.
Yeah.
This is a very good answer to your question.
Yeah.
So that's the lesson that I learned. I made it a big. I was hyping it.
Yeah.
I was clout chasing with it.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
It's a book signing. That guy is a famous guy. He does not know me.
So many people are there.
Yeah. Cue your line, buy your book, take a picture. God bless you.
Don't take long.
Hey, God bless you.
Don't even take long.
Hey, God bless you.
Yeah.
You get, that was it. But when I posted the picture,
yeah,
when that happened, I received a lot of love from everyone.
Wow.
Kenyans in diaspora, Kenyans in Dubai, Kenyans at home, some African friends of mine, comedians friends of mine were posting it. Salvador posted it.
Yeah.
Like Chipukeezy has finally made it.
Yeah.
You get. Babu posted it. Like people are posting it. You're like, yo, this guy has met with Kevin Hart. Kevin Hart was my childhood icon. Like I wanted to be like him.
Yeah.
When I discovered his comedic successes.
Mm-hmm.
So a year later, this lady friend of mine comes out with a story. She says, this guy lied about how he met with Kevin Hart. She says, this guy says that there was a white lady that helped him meet with Kevin Hart. And I'm the one that helped the guy meet Kevin Hart. Wow. This guy goes and does an interview and does not even mention me and give me credit. You get my point?
Bro.
A very beautiful scandal.
Oh my goodness.
You get my point? So the lady says, yeah, so that guy is, he told me that he didn't mention me because he was protecting his brand. Something like that. But, so that's what made me, because I woke up. At that point, I was like, what's going on? Why are people, what's going on? And I think for some reasons, you know, it got to me because I was on social media. I had received a lot of hate.
Yeah.
And so the answer to that allegation is, I mean, bro, it's a book signing. You get, it's not a big deal.
Yeah.
nobody can help you.
Yeah.
Like if the accusation is that person has helped me meet Kevin Hart.
Meet Kevin Hart, yeah.
Then everybody has had a chance to meet with Kevin Hart at that level.
Yeah.
It was a book signing, bro.
Yeah.
You get.
So even if you did that, there's no big deal.
Madam, it was a book signing.
Yeah.
You get my point? And so, I started realizing that, I started realizing that I was doing the right thing, but the wrong way. Because for me, meeting with Kevin Hart and taking a picture, trying to glorify that, trying to make it a big deal.
Yeah.
Trying to make it like I've made it, That Kenyan community in America was trying to chase me out of America. And so I think that got to me. Because and then I started, because I was like, how comes that these people are from home and they are pushing me out of this place like this?
Yeah.
And
they're lying about it because you already know the truth. It doesn't change the fact that you know the truth. But you're like, why are they doing that?
I'm like, and then at some point I didn't know that, people knew me like that. I thought I was a small-time comedian, to be honest. I thought that I was a small-time comedian that no one was paying attention to.
Yes.
I thought that
You're just doing your thing.
When I was doing that interview, it was not a big deal.
Yeah, you're doing your thing.
Because even when I was in America doing that African tour, people were not showing up like that to our shows. You get, for real. You get?
Yeah.
It's when now we had mistakes, is when I saw I'm like, there are so many people here like this. But even before we made mistakes, when we were stars for them, they were not even
showing us that they care. Yeah,
but now, so then I am like, then now I did a lot of research about this whole showbiz thing.
Yeah.
And nowadays I approach it as such. It's I'm guided. I'm very well guided. And then I decided to I think I could say that maybe I saw a quote somewhere that said that somebody realized that life was, people were acting and he showed up with his real face. So I think that was so then I said, then because I wanted to stop. I wanted to.
That thing got to you
badly
so much that you wanted to stop comedy.
I wanted to I wanted to quit, go back to the village, start afresh. Because the thing was, Kevin Hart has inspired my journey in some way.
Yeah.
And my lesson that night that I met with him it was a small thing, a book signing.
Yeah.
But to me, it was a sign to the right direction.
Yeah.
You get? I was like, because at our Kenyan level, that's a success we were looking for. Because we were like,
it's actually more than what you thought about.
Because the thing was, as we've left the village, we've come to the city.
Yeah.
We didn't have a voice. Now we have a small voice in the city. People are listening to our jokes.
Yeah.
So we're trying maybe to see, is it really possible to have a voice in this bigger stage?
Yeah.
And while you're trying to put the pieces together, you get an opportunity maybe to see an icon. For you meet with people that call you an icon.
Yeah.
But here is your icon moment.
Yeah.
You get an icon moment, and a year later, and it worked because I made a lot of business out of that link up I made with Kevin Hart.
Yeah.
But then, and after 1 year, because I was in America when the scandal happened.
Yeah.
1 year, that thing that you thought was to elevate, it crashes you.
Yeah.
So you're like, then you see, because now I received a lot of hate on social media, negative comments. So and I was young.
Yeah.
So I'm like, this thing will not work.
Yeah.
So I had my, but I think through God's favor, I managed to get back at it.
That was dark. How long did it take you to bounce back?
Like 2 years.
What were you doing in 2 years?
I started moving around countries. I went to Uganda.
Yeah.
When Salvador was doing a thing there, I went back to the village also. I was literally doing nothing. And that's the thing about me. Yeah. I have those moments that I get bored and then I disappear and then I show up.
Yeah.
And I think it has everything to do with me being a village person.
Yeah, I have a friend of mine that I think you would connect on that level. He really likes the village.
The village is paradise.
Yeah.
And the thing about...
He introduced me to the village. Now I love the village.
The village is... That's it for us. And one thing I like about the village, once I traveled, and by the way, about that Kevin Hart thing, years later, I got to correct. I think God is gracious. Throughout my journey of comedy, I think the only thing that I've not told you is that I've been very prayerful.
Yeah.
Because one thing that my grandmother taught me and my mother is to pray.
Yeah.
So like, bro, we used to pray when my mother has misplaced something. She misplaces our keys, we are praying. Father God, help us, we want to find the keys, we are late. I'm like, bro, this father, how are you? Stop taking God for granted, bro.
Yeah.
Keys, bro, and we will find them.
Yeah, I know, right? That's the crazy part. He works.
So, like, I was taught the only weapon my grandmother left for me was prayer.
Yeah.
So I pray a lot.
Yeah.
So during that Kevin Hart thing, I prayed to God and I accepted my mistake and I prayed for God to help, to allow me, to get it right. That's what brought me back. I said, because now I would meet with people. Now, people who really support, like what I've become, what I've done, just a genuine person. And you tell, I've seen. And then you realize that there are people who are watching your journey and getting inspired. And, So, years later, I get back into the game. It works. Miraculously, I'm able to properly get back on the road, do a few shows here and there. COVID comes, but I started fearing the stage. After that Kevin Hart thing, I was scared of the stage. I didn't wanna, because I didn't know when I'd get on stage and get booed.
Yeah.
For the first time in my career, I was scared.
Yeah. So
I stopped doing stand-up. I started doing comedy talk shows now.
Yeah.
Good thing is I succeeded in it. Like right now in Kenya, I think I've done one of the best successful comedy talk shows in the country.
Nice, man.
So when COVID came, again, COVID comes, we shut down. There is no shows in Kenya. There's that lockdown. We stay 1 year, bro, without doing anything. So again, as a comedian, I'm questioning myself. Did I make the right choice?
Yeah.
Of this thing now, this is our business. It's not working. What really am I, So I went back to the village. Again, I left the city. I went to the village. I started working on the school now. I started paying more attention to the school.
Had you started school in the first break or the second one?
I started the school immediately. My first money, I took it to the school. Bought land.
The first money you made?
Yeah. My mother made sure that every money I got, I send her money. So she played a big part in developing me like that. So she was more like she was not my manager. She was just the tax collector.
And she was using it right.
Yeah, she was properly. Like years later, like after COVID is when I saw it.
Yeah.
All those years, I was not even happy with the progress of the school. Because it was those things of you're in Nairobi, you're doing a project in the village, you're a big boy.
You like to talk about it, but you're not there.
Yeah, you're not there, you see.
Yeah.
But then after COVID, I was like, this thing my mother is doing here, I need to pay more attention to it.
Yeah.
What
happened in COVID that made you...
We were doing nothing. You get? And then every business shut down. I realized that we had become employees of other people's projects.
Yeah.
We had more time to do clients' projects than to deal even with our projects.
Yeah.
That when COVID shut down, we had nothing of ourselves to do.
Yeah.
Friends of mine who had businesses never shut down, bro.
Yeah.
Then they were in business.
Yeah.
As we were, even now, I had me and Eric Omondi were the only comedians who had more than 10 products advertising. So it means we were doing very many skits online. But I was not liking it, bro. So I figured that, bro, we are busy working for people. We are literally busy working for people. So I had clients. I stopped doing that. I dropped all the clients.
Why didn't you like it?
Because I wanted now to start working for myself.
Yeah.
I said, I'm going to write a list of the things that I own. And those are the things that I'm going to dedicate my art to.
Yeah.
And then I said, every other partnership that I'm going to make moving forward has to align with my projects.
Yeah.
So if you're Safaricom, if you're whoever you are, if you want to work with me, I have I'm like you.
Yeah. I'm a brand.
Yeah.
I'm a brand.
And I have businesses, I have things that I want to do. So I said, number one, I have St. Martin's School. So if you want to work with me, support my school. Whether you're a friend, a comedian, whatever you are, a prostitute, whatever you are. If you support my project, I am supporting your Koinange business.
Yeah.
Trust me.
Whatever you're doing.
And you know, I got the first client. The first client was Royal Mabati. They had Heritage Mabati. Tell them, okay, fine. How do you guys want? They said, we want you to do content for us. I said, good. Give me Mabati worth 1 million.
Wow.
They gave me Mabati worth 1 million. If you look at my school, you will see the Mabati on top. Those I did content for that Mabati.
On your school?
On my school. And then now I started making friends, and just like that, I changed.
Yeah.
I stopped being a brand ambassador. You see, bro, the mistake that we make, these as Africans, especially East Africans.
Yeah.
I think maybe we think we are winning when I am the new brand ambassador of Babu Motors. You get? I am the new brand ambassador for mango juice. I think real money, real success is with those entrepreneurs.
Yeah.
So artists should be encouraged to want to own their own things.
Yeah, be entrepreneurs.
Be entrepreneur, bro.
Think about making money.
Own it yourself.
Yeah.
You know, when I started running that school, bro, you realize, you have money, but you don't have money.
Yeah.
You get? You have money, but you don't have money. You're waiting. You don't have time for nonsense.
Yeah.
You get? Like you're dealing with real life yourself. Forget about, so that even anybody who comes to approach you with an agenda.
Yeah.
You're not accepting money just cause. There's a lot for you to lose.
Yeah.
You have a lot to protect.
Yeah.
You have a lot of deciding to do.
And that deciding is based on who you are.
Yes. And who you are, I think, is based on, what you're doing, what you have.
What you love.
What you love. Who you are, actually, what you are.
What you love, bro. Honestly, yeah, I feel like love. Imagine all those things you're doing if you didn't have love. Building schools, you didn't never care about your village. You don't care.
Yeah.
But you're doing it because maybe you want to be in the newspaper.
But I see God's hand in it, bro. Like, because now, after we did all that in the village, I'm in the village and Katt Williams follows me. And when Katt Williams followed me, when I was in the village, I was I realized that it's Africans were in trouble. Because Americans, they had opened their place.
Yeah.
And showbiz was going. Katt Williams was on tour during that time.
Yeah.
So I said, how can I make it into this bigger stage?
Yeah.
So I started praying, those things. And one of the revelation I got was, how did you make it to where you are?
Yeah.
I realized, this Churchill formula.
Yeah.
I followed that journey. I was like, So in Nairobi, I made it because maybe I met with this established guy in Nairobi doing this thing. So I said, in America, I need to do the same. But remember, I have the Kevin Hart example.
Yeah.
I said, in America, I need to, if I can meet with another Kevin Hart that can expose me to the American comedy scene, then just like Churchill did, then gradually, I believe I would be able to have my space in this American space. Because then I realized that I accepted that the American comedic space is the only bigger platform.
It is big.
Of the same genre.
They had like Netflix specials during COVID.
Yeah.
It was beautiful stuff. They created content. It was a different way of doing comedy that time.
So when Katt Williams followed me, I sent him a DM, bro. Told him that my guy, I'm a big guy here in Kenya. And I want to live here and come to the US. I didn't even know that you'll reply. And he replied. Just with a fist. And to me that was a big sign. You get like, wow, you've replied, my guy.
Long message, just a fist reply.
Yeah.
And then that's it.
And so now I made a plan to go to the US. And I looked for comedians, friends of mine in the US. There's a friend of mine called Mr. Patrick.
Yeah.
He's a Nigerian comedian. You know, he luckily enough, he was doing a show. So he said, you come, you represent East Africa. So we were doing the tour, and after every show, I'll talk to Katt. I do a show in Houston, and the good thing about Nigerians, them, you know, they fill up shows. And then they set good productions.
Yeah.
So do a show in Dallas, I'll talk to Katt Williams and tell him, yo, Katt, this was us in Dallas. I was simping, bro. I had to. Even today, I can simp too. Any day. We did well.
Yeah.
You know, we finished our tour. I told Katt I'm going to see him. He was doing a show in DC. I bought a ticket, $300, bro.
But when you say you talked to him, was he replying to you?
He was not replying to me, bro.
But the way you're talking about, it's like you guys were exchanging messages.
Yes, man. I was just there, bro. Just believing, bro. Yeah, I'm like, this guy, if he gives me a Churchill moment, maybe you guy.
Like, hey, are you there?
Hey, guy,
this is
hello.
me. This is what I'm doing.
In the episode of talking to myself.
Yeah. In someone else's DM.
You know, I talked to the guy, bro. I bought a ticket. I sent it to him. I went to the show. I watched the whole thing. Then after the show, I tried to make you know, I'm an African, bro.
Yeah.
I came out. I tried to you know, I really pushed for me to see him.
Yeah.
We had a friend of mine who had hosted me called, you know, he said, Katt Williams, there's a guy here from Kenya who came to see you. And for some reason, Katt Williams turned and the guy is called Carl Rogers.
The guy who had hosted you.
He's a Kenyan living in America. Katt Williams turns back and says, Chipukeezy.
Because he had already seen your DMs.
Yeah. He pulls me aside and he talks to me about my dates.
Wow.
And that to me, bro, was... you know, people... I don't know whether people are religious in this continent anymore. But to me, that was an answered prayer.
Yeah.
Just forget about anything I'm about to tell you.
Yeah.
That moment, that minute, Katt Williams pulling me aside and talking to me about, I see all your dates are going on well. He can relate to what I am doing. He can appreciate. At that level, my guy, I was, you don't even know, bro. You know, and we talk and he asks me, what do you want? How can I help? I say, bro, you know, trying to branch out. We want to make it from, you know, from the village. We want to be international stars. We don't have these platforms. I explained to him the way the white people also have infiltrated our industry, the way they try to control it, the way they bring industry clowns. They try to position them for the mainstream productions and stuff like that. And you know, and he went to the car, he gave me something, and I later realized that it's some money. He had given me some money.
Wow.
You know?
That's a real moment.
You know, and he says, I insisted. He says I join him tomorrow to his place. I requested to perform. He gave me a chance to open for him.
Yeah.
I did 10 minutes.
Wow.
And you know,
where?
At Constitutional Hall, Washington, D.C.
Nice.
I'm the only one in Trevor from Africa who have done a show. And Obama.
Wow. Hey, two Kenyans.
Yeah.
Nice.
You know, but to me that was a moment that I don't think that I'll never forget. Because to me I was like, I see it, God.
Yeah.
I see why. I
have a question for you. Compare those two moments, meeting Kevin Hart and meeting Katt Williams. Because I don't think Katt Williams has always been many comedians' favorite.
Yeah.
But Kevin Hart has been a favorite comedian for I think he has been in the limelight for a long time, that many people take him as an icon. So I can understand the two depths. Tell me how you can compare them.
Meeting with Kevin Hart is one thing, but meeting with Katt Williams is another thing, bro. Because Katt is in karate. Katt is like what you'll call master. You get like he's
sensei.
Yeah, he's listen. There could be Bruce Lee, but there is master.
Yeah.
So Kevin Hart might be Bruce Lee, but Katt is master. I think also a lesson I learned, the path you create for yourself, trust me, in the same, whatever it is, your ambitious journey, it has a destination.
Yeah.
The way I package myself to go and meet Kevin Hart and do all those, that branding, that's the same way Kevin Hart received me. So there was no inspiration in that journey.
Yeah.
When I become real and authentic and wanted more, and faced that direction of real, honest, authentic, whatever, I got to meet Katt.
Yeah.
And I got to meet him when he was real, honest, raw. Like, he did not struggle to... And it was very inspiring, bro. For me, I was like, whoa.
For me, that's what I call showbiz. Because showbiz will sell you a world that is not real. So the time you see a real world where you feel a genuine moment, the eyes are open. Because when you're not doing things for social media, you're not doing things to impress someone, you have all that energy to believing in the moment and being there and actually like juicing it up.
Yeah. So Katt changed the way I see a lot of things. Katt changed my mind. Katt blessed me. It made me believe in myself, I think, more as a comedian. I truly believe that I was made for this thing. You know, I appreciate his friendship, bro, till date. You know, he introduced me to the right comedians. I have friends comedians, the likes of Mr. Cooper, Zoo Miller, Lunel, the guy called Custino. Great American artist. That and then we got to speak. I'm a younger comedian and I appreciate that. Yeah. And my village needs that kind of wisdom from the Sensi. Yeah. You know, we got to talk. He talked to me about Africa. Yeah. He told me stop wanting, not directly, but he explained to me importance of owning your story and owning Africa. You know, loving home. And what Dave Chappelle is doing and what Steve Harvey and what Katt Williams told me. Forget about what Katt Williams said on Club Sheshe. I have seen what Katt Williams told me will happen to Africa happening. Wow. There are things that Katt Williams knows about the invasion of Africa by American celebrities that you guys don't know, that I know. Yeah. Yeah, and I mean, what he told me is happening. I mean, you've seen Dave Chappelle here, you've seen Steve Harvey. He was telling me, go home and be a home comedian. Yeah. Tell your story. Yeah. Tell the African story yourself. You know, and since that's what we've been doing, bro, that's why we are here. Yeah. That's why I'm in Kigali, because the idea is we are trying to unite to... We must tell our own African stories the way it is. Yes. Ourselves. Yes, we must learn how to tell our African story in a humorous way. Not only to our African people, to the world. I mean, when Dave Chappelle comes here, Dave Chappelle is coming here to tell us his story. He's not coming, even if he has come with Visit Rwanda, Dave is telling his own smoking story. Yeah. And even if he tells an African story, that is Dave Chappelle's story. Yeah. The real African story can be told by Marcy, by Babu, by Arthur. Yeah. You get? Ugandans. By Ugandans. The African story has a space in the world. Yeah. So the African storyteller has an absolutely.
I like that. I like that you think like that, because I think like that. I appreciate that. What would you tell someone right now who is struggling with giving themselves a chance to be unique, to not fear what other people would say, to actually do their things and believe in themselves?
Just start with what you know about yourself and use that. Even if you don't like it yourself.
Yeah. Even if you don't like it yourself?
Yep. Yes. Go deep within yourself and find that one thing that you know about yourself. And believe in that. You know, like you have to start from somewhere. Yeah. You know, so sometimes we believe in ourselves, but we don't want to hear ourselves. Listen to yourself. What are you saying? What are you telling yourself? What are you saying, bro? What are you? And I think I have the moral authority to say that, because the progress of my life has been... That's my mantra. I'm always listening to myself. Yeah. that even when sometimes I am on top of things, I sometimes, I listen to myself. Then it is important to believe in yourself.
Yeah.
We are alive for a reason. We matter.
Yeah.
What if your opinion is the only opinion that was to change the world?
Yeah. Nice.
So, and most of the time, once you believe in yourself, you might not like actually. Most of the things that you will say yourself, and maybe people might not like them. When you truly believe in who you are, it's work. It's not easy. It's it's work, by the way.
There's something I've noticed about comedians that like you said, I have the moral authority. I can also say it. I believe I've spent so much time with comedians that I've noticed something many people don't notice. Comedians are one of the deepest people you ever meet. People who think about life, but the gift that I appreciate about comedy is how you turn it into a joke. You turn it into something funny. You take a serious something that happened and you make it a joke and everybody laughs and then you move on like nothing happened.
Comedy is dangerous. By that I mean, comedy is dangerous. We find humor in dangerous places. Yeah. And I'll tell you, bro, if your wife walked on this set and slapped you, it will be so fun. You get my point? I will laugh at you. Like, it's funny when it's dangerous. So that's one thing I appreciate about comedy. But also, I think comedians, life needs to be easy, bro. I did a research about comedy the other day and I realized even comedy was banned before.
Really?
The days of during the Roman Empire. Humor was not allowed.
Wow.
If you made people laugh, you are arrested. Or if you laughed during when the emperor was addressing. And for them comedy had a way of making their people weak.
Yeah.
So but it normalizes things. You get it's if life is not, bro. We are born and we will die.
Yeah.
In between we live.
Yeah.
People take it so personal.
Yeah.
Like, bro, you will die.
Yeah.
You get you live.
Yeah.
You might be so much. You might want. Your skincare routine.
Yeah. It's gonna end.
Ni dunia. Wake up, eat, sleep, engage. You'll meet with people. They will offend you. They will inspire you. It's never that serious.
Do life,
bro.
But have you always been like that, man? Sounds like you have gone through a lot. Did that teach you to actually take life easy?
Yeah, because listen, bro. Life is easy, bro. I like that. That gives life a reason. I don't see God as weak. I like when God is not a weak person. If God is the one creating Kigali now as you speak, visit Kigali, all these things we are doing. If we truly believe that Jehovah is the one now at work, then go and ask the people who are doing, like I saw an hospital you guys are building. Go and ask those guys who are mafundis there. The people who come there with the lorries, the mchanga, the people who are doing the real work, the people who sweep. Go and ask that police officer who stands at your traffic lights. Ask the president if he sleeps. It's not easy. Life is not easy. It doesn't matter how famous you are, how rich, or whether you're poor. The moment you embrace difficulty, the moment you embrace difficult processes, then you will make a difference.
Wow.
Wow. Bro, when I was in America, if I tell you the struggle I went through before I met with Katt Williams, and I was a famous guy.
Yeah.
I've done a tour. The tour is done. I don't have money. I want to book a flight to go to. I don't have a place to sleep. I have to ask for somebody to allow me.
Yeah.
I'm guessing I have to buy a ticket. I've bought the ticket. Now I have 0 shillings.
Yeah.
That money Katt Williams gave is the only money I had.
Yeah. And you're like,
and I was like, yo. You get. But And I finished my tour and took my flight next to Kenya and slept and did that. I had never gotten that chance.
Yeah.
So it's not a matter of, because people sometimes they tend to make it look like, oh, if you're privileged, if you're famous, if you're rich.
Yeah, I hear that a lot. It's like it's happening just because it's you that you're in this place. And honestly, for those who are listening, like everybody has their own journeys, and deciding to follow yours, I feel like it's the first responsibility of a person. Now, when it comes to an artist, it's actually like it's a divine responsibility. I feel like artists also have it like more emphasized.
If you're listening, you're an African, the best gift we have is our villages. Start, bro, fail, go back there. Embrace it. Don't think that there's anybody better out there than your village mates. It's not easy. Embrace it. Go out there, make a step, go back. I'm telling you, within few years, like guys, I look back and I was telling, I'm not 35 yet. So I look back with what I've done in the village. That's why I'm able to stay in Kigali for 5 days. I don't have pressure for chasing life like that.
Yeah.
You get, like, because we don't have this urban pressure. Urban pressure is good. When you have the money, you can live the life.
Which, but I think for someone who came from the village, you also enjoyed urban lifestyle.
Yeah.
You enjoyed it, everything you did. So now you're in a place where you can...
It's a business. The urban lifestyle is a business. So as an African person, you must face it like that. You must know that if the more you have money to facilitate your thoughts, to fund your thoughts, because that's it. It's what you're thinking is what you will, that's your success.
Love how you simplify it, man. That's nice.
If your money is to paying rent, my brother, if your money is to live life, you need to be able to, living life, a house and doing all those things, that's basic to me. But having time to fund this, to do these things, to have it done, the things you're thinking, then my guy, it's just a matter of time.
Oof, that's beautiful. How did you end up working for the government?
So I don't work for the government. That's the thing. I am. If you go to Kenya and check me, I'm not a civil servant. I am Chipukeezy. The president is a friend of mine. And sometimes I see people wanting me to deassociate myself with that. But I tell them, just the way I have friends like you, I have other friends who are comedians. I have Katt Williams is my friend. The president is my friend. I have different kinds of friends.
Yeah.
I have friends who are presidents.
Yeah.
I have friends who are maybe not so good people. So it's really my working with government. It's a story and journey of comedy. Yeah. Because when I was in Kiss FM, I was sent to go to State House to interview the then president, Uhuru Kenyatta. So when I went to the State House, we had a good time with the mic. I mean, I talked to him about his daughter, I remember. I told him that if he can be friends with his daughter.
You can be friends with his daughter?
Yeah. And So, yeah.
My guy.
And so I think, for some reasons, His Excellency liked my personality, and his people found it wise to invite me more. Yeah. So the next time I was invited to State, I was called to do a stand-up piece for 10 minutes. So I went there, I did my piece. And then after that, I was called to perform for Uhuru Kenyatta more than 5 times. Wow. And then when Uhuru was campaigning, I got into his campaign trail, and having come from where I'd come from. Bro, I'd come from the village, and this is a president embracing me. Yeah. I accepted to be impressed badly. Wow. So he gets into power second term. Of course, we had met with other leaders. I had also known the then deputy president, who is the president now. At some point I went to see the deputy president. I told him that I see boss is moving. I want to try and help with the work you guys are doing. Wow. I'm looking for work. He said, what work? I said he should appoint me in one of the parastatals as a board director. to represent young people.
Parastatos?
A parastato is like, it's at the State Department.
Okay.
You'll check it out.
Yeah.
So I was given a chance to represent young people in one of them that fights against alcohol and drug abuse.
Yeah.
So I become that. Uhuru leaves office. Once Uhuru leaves office, I go to America to meet with Katt Williams and all those things.
You do your comedy tours.
Yeah. While I was there, now there is campaign. I came back home. When I came back home after meeting with Katt Williams, I decided to go and support my friend who was a deputy president running for president then.
Yeah.
We got into his campaign trail. We pushed things. In God's favor, he became the fifth president.
Yeah.
So once he became the fifth president, I requested to be given an opportunity during the inauguration.
Yeah.
So I got to perform, to MC, beat the entertainment part, and I liked it. So I said, for this government, because I am an MC, I can be utilized as an MC when there is an opportunity. And so I have been called. I've been working closely with the Kenyan government at that form. Like I am Chipukeezy.
The brand.
I am hired to do those things.
Yeah.
So
and doing your thing.
Yeah.
Different in many platforms. How has that been?
Crazy, bro. Crazy, bro.
I can imagine how
crazy, bro.
Is it too tight? Like I think it is, or
it's too tight.
But how do you crack a joke in that kind of setting?
So that's why I like it. You see, comedy is like that. Sometimes you'll go to a lineup and you're performing at midnight.
Yeah.
It's a lot of pressure. Like you're getting on that stage with a lot of pressure.
People want to sleep.
This year is a thing, bro. It's a proper training for me.
Yeah.
Sometimes some mediocre people in the Kenyan industry, they deny us opportunities.
Yeah.
They are not hiring you. They are not giving you those opportunities.
Yeah.
And the job of a stand-up comedian is to be on the microphone.
Yeah.
So you don't want me to be on that microphone and you're not giving me jobs.
Yeah.
So me, I use it to practice.
Yeah.
You get, bro, to be on the mic. Government is always moving. The president is always moving. And it's always pressure. So me, I say, fine, I'll use this to train myself to be better at what I do.
Yeah.
Because I know I have access to the world.
Yeah.
It's
a training ground for you for something.
It's a very good training ground for me, bro.
Yeah.
So for that, I like that about it. Of course, because of, some people have started bringing bad energy, saying, oh, you should quit, you should stop working.
Yeah.
But every time they say that, I see how ignorant we are as people. Because I'm like, you don't even know that I'm not even employed.
Yeah.
Like that. You get? You don't even know whether these things I'm doing, whether I might be even volunteering.
Yeah.
You get?
Yeah.
You're out there criticizing me for playing a part in bettering my life.
Yeah.
You want me to leave.
Yeah.
And I realize, and Chris Rock said it better. Like there is a thing about unemployed people wanting you to get employed when you're employed. Like I'm not employed and I'm telling you to leave employment.
Yeah.
Even
go where we want you to be.
Yeah, and then also it's those things. Like we must be able to work with governments. Governments should not be left to work with corporations alone. We must be allowed. African artists, African celebrities, we as people must work with our governments to bring change. Because if I get an opportunity to bring Katt Williams to Kenya, it's easy for me to do that with the Kenyan government. This thing of praising the state corporation or the you see, I see that with African artists. You see an artist praising state corporations. Those state corporation CEOs are always lining at State House to speak with the presidents. Support the president. If your boss, if your corporate boss supports the president, then you should do the same because that's your boss. But we must, you see, and look at it this way, bro. You see, say, Dave Chappelle or Steve Harvey, you see them come here wanting to meet with the president. They make it, why do they make it, why is it a big deal for Steve Harvey to meet with the president here? You get? Oh, I went to Africa, man, and I met with the president. We made a presentation. We want to build. What do they want to build? They want to build a lot of things. We want to build theaters. That's us. You cannot work with them if you're acting like a famous person out there.
Yeah.
You must go to the table without being a celebrity or having popularity syndrome.
Yeah.
Go there. Be like me. Believe in yourself, bro. Don't be scared. Be like a soldier, bro.
Yeah.
Take your space. Go there. Speak up. Own it. Be able to be a voice. Be seen. Represent, my guy.
Oh, wow. So now, when you say governments, you mean being involved in politics to make change, or the government, the person who is leading, or I don't know, explain that more, like the current government, or you want the youth and the artists to care about politics?
Well, it's a choice.
Yeah.
I mean, you can decide you want to get involved.
Yeah.
The Ukrainian president is a comedian. Do you understand? Do you understand, bro? That guy was a president. That guy was on TV imitating their president.
Wow.
He's now the president. So the place of comedians and artists and musicians, we have our space in the political arena. We can lead. That is one way of looking at it. The other way of looking at it is, how else can you engage? Instead of quarreling with governments, engage with it at your own level. Go and look for the right persons, and because you are an artist, it's easy for you to get access. Talk to governments, see how you can be able to collaborate. The money we are looking for to fund our art as of 2025 is in governments. Governments have policy to empower the African youth. If you are Diamond Platnumz or Salvador or Atankusi, you are that African youth that the Kenyan governments are speaking. These corporates, then they are business people. Then they have targets and interests and all those things.
KPIs.
Let us create a culture of trying to work with the African governments. If they accept and understand, because art is a new thing here, bro. Like I said, we were colonized. It's a new thing here.
Yeah, it is. And I think that's what's overwhelming for artists, because some people don't understand the creative process, and they are the ones who are going to hire you. And there should be some level of education also to the corporate side of what the creative industry is.
So who says that? It must be the artist who goes to the table and makes such suggestions.
Exactly.
You cannot benefit if you're outside this thing, you know? And then also, I mean, you'd say getting involved politically,
or just supporting the government. Like now, if someone is the leader, you're saying support them.
And that's the other bit that people are scared of saying.
Yeah.
Why don't you want me to support my African leader that I align with? Did you see Rambo? Do you know Rambo?
The movie.
The guy, Sylvester Stallone.
Yes.
He was with Trump a few days ago.
Yeah.
So if Jay-Z can do it with Beyonce, it's a showbiz thing. Forget about. Don't read too much into it. If Beyonce can go to Obama with Jay-Z, so can Atankusi can go and be with our president. So can Chipukeezy. It's actually a budget thing. It's a showbiz thing.
Yeah.
You get?
Yeah, and it's another world because many people don't get to see behind the curtains. So that's why I'm saying for people with a lot of following on social media and famous people, it's a huge burden because people already have expectations. They want you to, everybody's saying this and they're not saying it, you will lose a lot of people because you're not doing what they expect you to do.
But bro, that's the thing though. Like if you've built a career like that, then you're in a lot of danger.
Yeah.
Like if you must agree with people so that you can eat.
It requires so much strength.
You cannot, it's not possible. You cannot live like that. You cannot lead a career that you must always agree with what people cannot be selling you to live your life.
Yeah.
Do you understand? You cannot be a part of people's belief. You believe in what you believe.
Yeah.
Be as famous as you want to be.
Yeah.
But you have your own beliefs, my guy. Follow them. You cannot represent people like that.
Yeah.
The only people who represent people are people who are voted by people. And those people who are voted by people are given resources to represent those people.
Yeah.
You've sung a poem and now you want to behave like these people are lying to you. You're not their voice.
Yeah.
For real, bro.
Yeah.
They're just looking for entertainment and you're giving it to them.
Yeah, you come and you go.
You might take a stand that you don't believe in. This thing you're standing, are you taking a stand because you have pressure or you believe in that thing?
Yeah.
Like, for example, at home, people have been pushing me to take a stand against the president.
Yeah.
Personally, I would want to.
Yeah.
But honestly, as a person, listen, from my own understanding, I do not have a reason to come out and it is not in my business, bro, to really have an opinion about how President William Ruto is running his office.
Is it because it doesn't affect you as much as it does, or you feel like there's another reason?
Because, bro, we must be brutally honest with ourselves.
Yeah.
Our forefathers gave us a formula.
Yeah.
Of what they thought was fit, of how we could govern ourselves.
Yeah.
They gave us a formula, bro. They said, you guys have a constitution, you'll have leaders, you'll have police, you'll have citizens, you'll have churches, you have freedom for this and that. But Chipukeezy has no role in the society issues of how the Kenyan government or issues are being run. Whether there are people who, we do elections, okay? We elect leaders. Leaders put people in offices. Those people are expected to do the things they do.
Mm-hmm.
So,
and those people are Chipukeezy because you vote, right? People
as a voter,
yeah.
I have voted. Yes, I've voted I've voted. So when I start doing the job of an MP, oversighting government,
yeah,
and I voted for a guy, you get my point?
Yeah.
So me as Chipukeezy, I'm like, the only way I can make real change is not about me taking a stand.
Yeah.
It's maybe I need to prepare myself to get into parliament.
Yeah.
And because these are the real change is drama.
Yeah.
These are the me saying anything, tweeting, doing.
Yeah.
This is home.
Yeah.
I'm used to disagreeing internally with my family.
Yeah.
This thing of me, because maybe I have international friends. I don't want to disagree publicly. I don't want to tweet something. I don't want to take a stand. But I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
And this is not a William Ruto problem.
Yeah.
Because we've had 4 other presidents.
Yeah.
You get?
Yeah.
And we've said the same thing. So maybe the real change will come when we get the real power.
Yeah.
And real power comes, there is a process of that, you know? So yeah, I'm like, yes, I mean, bro.
And that process is the formula you said that
our grandfather gave us a formula. They said, listen, guys, one of you have to lead you.
Yeah.
And this guy who will be leading you has to do ABCD.
Yeah.
When you have issues, this is how you deal with issues. We were given a formula, bro.
Yeah.
This new way of trying to change that formula is what personally I don't agree with.
Yeah.
We might disagree with our leader.
Yeah.
But we are limited to how we approach that disagreement.
Yeah.
I tend to believe in that.
Yeah.
In that philosophy.
That's great, man. Thank you so much for being in Kigali. I want us to. This was a very heavy conversation. Very good. Thank you so much for the time, man. Really, honestly, I'm grateful that you made time for it. I want you to end this on a Chipukeezy note. Tell us something that we should know.
I think, and I said it the other day. I think maybe after all is said and done, we might die and go to heaven and realize that Kigali was heaven all this time. You guys are blessed. You guys are so organized. You guys, this is heaven, man. I feel like you guys are the chosen one, whatever that means. Keep the spirit, keep on loving one another like you do. It's possible. The most beautiful thing about visiting Kigali is it's not the infrastructure. It's the people. It is so beautiful and amazing to see you guys be the way you are, man. Even to foreigners, like the respect, like the way you are, man. Like people, even you've got no other reason than just to fear. Like I'm sure every other, and especially other Africans, when they come here, they're just scared of you. Like when I come here, I am willing to obey. You get my point? Like when I see a police officer, I'm like, yo, what have I done? Because every time I drive around with my friends and I see your police officers, I feel guilty. I'm like, please, they should not stop this car. They will find problems.
Yeah.
So yeah, like keep on being great. Keep on. It's a good example, man, that Africans, we can be for ourselves. It cannot be without the mentality. The mentality is beautiful.
Yeah.
Your women are nice. I want to make it known that I will, and I know and I've seen it in my dreams. I will get married here, and I know my future wife and my first ex-wife, they are listening.
So that means you have tried before? You have an ex here, or you?
No, yeah, I've been trying to
try twice.
I've been trying to really convince someone. But man, I'm distracted, bro. That's a problem.
It's a lot going on, right?
There's a lot going on. But yeah, I have something must kill a man. I'm focused. I want to all the Rwanda moms. I want to be your son. I want to marry here. Listen, bro, stop laughing. This is me. This is my manifesto.
Okay, let me.
I am good, kind, and humble. I am funny, bro. I am funny. You know, and I am short, so I look up to them. Listen, guys, I want to have a Kigali name. I want to leave a Kigali legacy. So please, to my future wife, don't hesitate to hit my DM.
Oh man, thank you so much, Chipukeezy, man. Thank you so much. Bro. I'm so glad you love the country and that I get to see you more and more around. I'd seen you before, and there's a time you came for. Is this Seka Live?
Yeah,
Other's show.
Other's show. Other is a good man.
Yeah.
Other, there was a time he brought us here. He put me together on a show with Basket Mouth.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Clean the Drunk, I think.
Where was that?
I think Camp Kigali. Either that or Koti.
Oh, Basket Mouth came here?
Yeah, we performed together here sometime.
Live.
It was in a tent somewhere.
That's probably Camp Kigali. Yeah, I remember you performed. So nice to see us getting to talk this time,
man.
you know.
Thanks, man.
All right, everybody who have listened to this podcast, I hope you enjoyed it. It was a long one, but if you like long conversations, this is your favorite. Thank you so much and have a good time. Enjoy your life. Believe in yourself. And always, always, always be happy. Spread love. Yeah?
And buy tickets when you're here selling it. Poverty is real, guys. Please, buy... Yeah, please buy tickets. You know, we want money.
Yeah.
DM, please, guys, kindly.
Thank you. Peace.